All right, I think we're live. Cal, take it away. Introduce the game you're running.
So hi everyone. We're going to be playing Monster of the Week, a Sawney Bean horror adventure, uh, titled Murder Hobos in Scotland. Yeah, it's going to be great. Um, so the cast here, I'll let them introduce themselves, a bit of their character. Starting with Neve.
Hi, my name is Neve. I'm usually the one running the games, but tonight I also get to participate in being a murder hobo. My character's name is Lysander Davies. He is a Welshman, and I really think that says everything that needs to be said. Probably. I don't know. I made this character several minutes ago. He's a mundane. He's here because he wants to write a story for the local newspaper on the legend of Sawney Bean. And he wants a firsthand experience to write about. He is seeking an adventure, and let's hope he finds it.
Okay, Jay.
Hey, I'm Jay. I'm thankfully not running a game. I am playing Seamus.
Coward.
Maybe someday. I'm playing Seamus McMillan, which is apparently not a very interesting name. Who is I don't know. Again, I did just make him a minute ago, but he is. I conceive him to be some kind of naturalist. He's a flake, the playbook, but he's like maybe he's into AI. He thinks that the singularity is coming. He needs to have a bunker somewhere so he can hide out while everything blows over. He can make a deal with the AI overlords. You know, he's really into that stuff. But his day job is to be like a naturalist and writer with his popular science kind of biology stuff.
And I'm Brian. I'll be playing Duncan. He is a initiate.
What's his last name, Brian? Tell everybody his
He's
last name.
Scottish, so it's McLeod.
Oh, the murder hobos are off to a great start. Love it.
So he, being an initiate, he's a member of society. So he tags along with BBC stories to look for artifacts and other magical phenomena that he can retrieve for the sect.
Okay, we have such a good cast. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, let's get started. Firstly, does anyone have any abilities that need to be rolled before session?
Oh, that's a good one. Roll charm on 10 plus. Okay.
I do not.
No,
Will these gentlemen be doing their best Scottish accent?
I don't know, lass. Maybe I can't do one very well.
We're all groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
I'm a coming boy.
Oh, this is going to go well.
Oh, hi.
Oh God.
Oh wow, I got a 12 on my charm roll, so that's
Nice. I look like I have a sharpening filter applied to me. That's weird.
so I'm good standing with my sect. At the beginning of each mystery, they provide some useful info or help in the field. So whatever that is.
Okay, Duncan. So, what field are you looking for exactly? Are you looking for the cave, the cave of Sonny Bean, or are you wanting information about the story in general?
Uh, Probably the story in general. Sounds good.
So, with that, you basically know that there was a family of them, over 1,000, and they were cannibals. Yeah, created from Sonny Bean and a supposed witch. That they ran off together and lived in a cave and spawned a whole family pool that would ambush people and kill them and rob them and eat them. So yeah, you know pretty much all of that going in.
All right. Could definitely have some useful artifacts in that cave since they were raiders.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay, let's begin. So, you all are driving in a little van that was given to you uh, by Wilma Armstrong, who is your sort of guide in the town of Girvan, where you are going to meet her in the town hall. Girvan is a small Scottish town in South Ayrshire. It's right next to the harbour, where quality boats stay on dock.
Do
And
we
yeah,
know
you
each other? Sorry.
do you know each other? Yeah, I think you would have worked together before on some small projects. You're definitely a team. So yeah, filmmaking, that sort of thing, researching, you definitely would have known each other and had contact with each other beforehand. But yeah, as you're driving and seeing the beautiful scenery um, of Girvan, I want you to describe how your character looks, if you can, what they look like in that area.
Lysander has thick, dark hair that is wavy. He looks like he's maybe mid 30s. He's short, but he has a very athletic build and very thick eyebrows with tortoiseshell like colored glasses. He's dressed in an ordinary cardigan that's like a deep green, and he has on a pair of jeans just in case he takes any stumbles on the rocks. He is wearing his hiking shoes as well. And that's him. That's what he looks like. And he's not a good driver because he drives like this, which I imagine is probably having us zigzag all over the road a little. You can't win them
I,
all.
I will also mention, since Lysander is driving, Jay, Travis, Brian, you're going to be in the back where all the equipment is held, so it's pretty crumped. It's pretty cramped. You've got all these rock climbing equipment, equipment that you've bought with you. If you have any equipment, maybe your weapons. Not that you would need weapons ever, in Scotland. Scotland's a very safe place.
I got
Um,
my golf club, bitches. It's right by my foot. I'm ready to go. First person pops off, going
but yeah,
down.
Brian, do you want to describe your character and what they look like?
Yep. So Duncan, he's a early 30s male, uh, long hair, dark hair, bushy eyebrows. It is Scotland, so it's kind of cool. So he wears a trench coat often. It's real good at concealing
Oh, does he
swords.
carry? Yeah, does he carry a sword? Is that his weapon of choice,
Sure
Duncan? Is
is.
it?
Sure is.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right.
Jeans too, some climbing type clothing.
And finally, Dre.
I'm thinking that okay, so Seamus is going to be like he's like in his 40s, and he looks a little bit like if you're familiar with Mario Batali. So he's like a little overweight. He's got this like ponytail, red hair, maybe the start of a beard, but not much of a beard. He's wearing Crocs, at least until the climbing comes. So at least if we're walking around, he's wearing his Crocs, shorts, and just like a button-down shirt.
Okay,
These
then.
people are why I have my golf club out. Like one of them's walking around in fucking Crocs like a mad person, and the other one has like a trench coat full of swords. Do you understand why I need to be armed?
Well, in Girvan, it's very warm. It's a nice sunny day, which is rare in Scotland. But yeah, you pass the clock tower in Girvan, and soon you reach the town hall where you're supposed to meet Wilma Armstrong. As you get out, what do you do? Do you want to enter the town hall, or do you want to do something completely different?
Can I
Here
bring
you
my
see Wilma.
golf club?
You get a bash, Wilma. Look,
Preparedness. You got to be prepared.
everybody
you're-
loves to golf in Scotland. It is like the national pastime. So I guess it would not be too conspicuous, all right?
I'll leave my golf club in the car. I do have a small knife on my person as well.
It's we need to fight Wilma.
You don't know what she's got. You're making a lot of assumptions there for somebody wearing Crocs.
First boss, Wilma.
All right, we've murdered Wilma. What now?
Well, as you guys walk up to the town hall, which is a nice old stone building, you're meted by Margaret. She is the assistant for Wilma, who is the council member who's pioneering this whole group. She smiles, waves. She's holding a clipboard and writing your names down, checking them off that you're here. And she says, hello, are you all ready? Do you have your equipment?
Oh yeah, I've got my golf club in the car. I'm good.
Are you ready?
Pay no attention to him. Yeah, we're ready. Everything's great. Got our climbing equipment, everything. So it's going to be a great day.
Brian, is your sword concealed? Is it like, can people see it?
Yeah, Brian, what's your
feel like
sword
we need to-
situation?
Not my big sword is not concealed, but it's in the van.
Okay.
It's in the van. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the best.
I don't have a van. I have like a little Ford Focus or something to that effect. So there's like a big ass broadsword sitting in the back seat of the car. I
Claymore.
don't. Are we supposed to contain ourselves? Cal, do you want us to behave, or do you want us?
No,
Okay.
totally. Just act.
I'm gonna teach you bitches how to be murder hobos. You bitches do not know how to murder hobo to save your own lives.
I don't think murder hoboing's about saving your own life, but
So
Alright.
Margaret glances at you. She crunches her eyes a little bit. You're unusual, odd people, but stranger things have happened. She signals for you to follow her as she steps up the little steps into the town hall.
Okay.
Do you follow?
Yeah,
Should
yeah.
we kidnap her?
I think that's not wise. Is that how we summon Sawney Bean? If we eat her, would they come?
Wilma should probably, next time, if she survives this story, which would be a miracle, she needs to put extra attention on who she's hiring for
Right?
this exposition.
Background checks, Wilma. Background checks.
Nonetheless, you soon reach the office of Wilma. She has sort of a beehive hairstyle. An older lady in her 60s, approaching 70s. She's wearing glasses, but she immediately takes them off as you all step in. She too smiles, and she's like, "Thank you all for coming. It means a lot to me that you guys are helping us with this new pinnacle moment for the landscape of Scotland."
Oh, yeah, happy to be here. It's been a great opportunity.
So do you all work for the BBC?
Yeah, I'm a staff writer for the BBC. Mostly on biology, but this is new for me. It's going to be really interesting.
In a manner of speaking, I
Love the
don't
BBC.
not work for the BBC anymore.
Great. I mean, well, they said you three were coming, so you're the best of the best that work there, apparently.
We're
Well,
professionals.
we're going to meet two others that are going to join us. Heritage Society members of South Ayrshire. We have Ingrid Addison, a rock climbing expert and cave explorer. So that's very exciting. And Douglas McKeish. Uh, Douglas, to give you a rundown, is a pretty weird guy. He comes and goes, but nonetheless, he's chosen to help us. He knows the area, so
You know, I hate weirdos. Too many of them running around. I've had enough. Oh, hi, dog. Hi, dog. Hi, sweetheart.
Valerie.
Valerie.
Oh,
Valerie looks like a sweet baby.
Oh, she is. She's so sweet.
Hi, baby.
Mhm.
does she want to join the adventure?
She's the one
Sorry.
who to pick her up.
that's our hellhound.
Yeah.
So what's so weird about this guy?
Well, for one, we just hired him randomly, literally off the street. He's our safety inspector. He was a security guard for an old shopping centre that closed down. It was in the big cities. But yeah, he is a good security guard. He has credentials, and he's going to be our extra safety, you know, in case we need it. He knows first aid.
Will he be armed? Is this
Oh,
necessary? Okay.
he will have pepper spray, but nothing above that.
Okay. I mean, because I don't expect anything more ferocious than a deer or a pine marten to attack us while we're out.
Might run into one of them Highland bears.
Yes.
Another question I think we need to establish: are your characters native to Scotland, or did
No.
Well, Seamus is. Yeah.
They're just cowards who won't do the accent. And I don't know what Welsh people sound like, so I'm doing my best. Please don't come for me, Wales. I didn't intend to make this character.
They have their own language, and it sounds, yeah.
I think it's a pretty language. I actually like the language.
I mean, the spelling is just. I mean, out of this world. I can't make heads or tails of it.
I pulled up my groundskeeper Willie quote, so I'll try to do my. I don't do Scottish accent.
See, this is a hate crime. Hate crime.
Oh, I think your microphone changed, Neve. Back to your headset. So yeah, Duncan's native.
What the whole thing in Scottish accent? The bad one.
Suddenly, there's honking outside of this town hall, and Wilma nods eagerly. The taxis are here. They'll be taking us. Well, us. We use taxis, but you guys are. If you have equipment, can use your van and follow behind us.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
What do you specialize in? Can I just ask? I mean, you don't look like what we were promised.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh no, it's just we thought that the BBC would give us just maybe skills in rock climbing. You, not that you guys don't. It's just we didn't expect golf clubs. Do you play golf?
I've played golf before.
I mean,
Am I
everybody
a
loves golf.
golf expert? No. But I've had enough experience to realize only a fool goes into battle metaphorically unprepared. So I bring Helen. That's what I call my golf club. Everywhere I go, Helen goes.
He uses it kind of like a walking stick too, so it's functional.
Wilma just scans over you for a minute, just you three, and she just nods. You're free to leave. I'll meet you up there.
I assure you, I'm a skilled rock climber. You don't look like it though.
I wonder if Cal was expecting bad Scottish accents.
I'm egging them on. I should stop.
I wonder if our audience, if we even have one Scottish member subscriber, besides me.
We won't anymore, Cal, after this.
We won't.
That's going to be the end of that. So say goodbye to any fellow Scotsmen who might have
This is what they
subscribed
think
to
we
us.
sound like? What?
There's another honking furiously. This taxi driver isn't going to wait much longer.
All right.
I want to pull my compatriots aside and be like, I don't think that we can trust Wilma.
What do you mean?
Don't you think she's asking us an awful lot of questions for a lady who hired a man right off the street?
That's a
That's a
good
good
point.
question. Yeah.
And if she wanted rock climbers, why did she try to hire us in the first place? She sought us out.
I guess she sought out the BBC.
We're here to do some investigative journalism. So.
Yeah, the BBC, famously associated with rock climbing.
Good
Look,
question.
I've got rope. I say we grab Wilma and we get her to tell us the truth.
What? No, you're an insane woman. Oh man, you're not a woman. Man,
We can do that once we're at the cave. Nothing like dangling a woman over a cave entrance to get some truth out of them.
Exactly. I'm locking eyes. Like, because he's on my wavelength. He knows what's up. He knows how to murder hobo. Let's go.
This cast is surprisingly dark, for your ordinary citizens who work for the BBC, but
They didn't know how the BBC was rolling around us.
I've heard some shit about the BBC, like doing some like wild out of pocket shit, Cal. I actually don't think we're too far off, right?
no, you're really not. We're not going to get into the whole history of the BBC, but yeah, you guys fit the bill to work there. You'll be their number one candidates.
All right.
Looks at Margaret as you guys step aside, and you hear her say, "If I'm not back in a few hours, call the police." And she steps out of her office and goes to get her taxi. Do you follow her? Margaret is looking at you, very stunned. She is pretty worried for her well-being.
I want to let Margaret know that I know. So I'm just gonna mad dog her as I'm walking to the taxi, just so she knows that I know what's up as I'm exiting.
So we look like we're fresh out of prison. All right. Very aggressive. What? What are you looking at?
I left my golf club in the car. Like, what's your problem?
So let's make our way to this cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see Wilma, you follow her in her taxi.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is
I'm
rather
following Wilma. I'm not letting her out of my sight. She's so
which is rather
sus.
which is rather odd to travel in a taxi. That is going to cost her a lot of money, but she's a council member. They're used to it. As you get to the cave, you see that there's a lot of equipment there. Those are fake boom poles, LED lights, pro flashlights. There's a huge stack of grappling hooks and really different equipment. This place looks like it's been expertly organized for a film crew and for cave exploring. You've got harnesses, different chains, so pretty good. Two other individuals you can see out the window. A man who you suspect might be Douglas. He is very rugged individual. He has sort of dirty blonde hair, um, a really sort of like long nose, kind of pointy, green eyes, and besides him is a woman, probably the rock climbing expert that Wilma told you about. And as your van gets there and you step out, you see Douglas just sort of grimace as he looks you up and down and spits on the ground next to you.
Douglas.
Okay, so first I wanna use my move. Oops. Which is the move where if I want to stumble across something important, I tell you, the keeper, and then I find something important, even though it may not be immediately obvious why it's important. So imagine that Lysander is going over by the supplies and investigating like the rock face, maybe even heading inside the entrance to the cave if that's possible.
As you go through the equipment, you don't need to go to the cave because you actually find something that's hidden amongst all these different chains. And you're rather surprised that to find this, and what you actually find is it's not really a knife, it's more of a key. And this key has some leather like wrapped around it. And you see just a little tiny glimpse of blood on the end of the key. It's like a stain almost, and it looks like it's been there for a while.
I am going to pull my buddies, Highlander and Crocs, over to. I'm sorry, I really forgot what your names are. One of you is
Yeah.
Seamus. Jay's
That's right.
Seamus. That's
I'm
right.
Seamus. Yes.
You're Duncan. That's
Mhm.
right. And I want to show you the key that I found.
Well, that's very interesting.
Wonder why this
I
is
don't know what to make of it. What do you think it goes to?
Well, I don't know if I had to go out on a limb. I'd say it goes to a fucking door. But that's just a guess.
Fair enough.
I want to go over and ask our hosts what the hell this is. And I'm going to show them the key as well. Unless unless Duncan wants to say something or stop me or okay.
No, bring it up.
So do you
Get
go
some
to
answers.
Wilma or Ingrid, who is the expert?
Oh no, Wilma is sus as fuck. I'm gonna go to Ingrid and what's his name?
Douglas
Douglas.
McKeish.
Yes.
Sorry, but please first put me on a desktop.
Okay, emo. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to those two and be like, "Look what I found amongst your supplies. Can you explain to me what this is?"
I've never seen something like that before, Wilma says. Douglas looks at it. One of the hunters must have dropped it. Poachers, really. They usually come by here, hunt deer, sometimes rabbits. You get them a lot. Maybe drop the key.
Barbaric.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that key into my pocket. This seems weird, and I'm gonna ask him about it. So you're telling me that poachers came by and decided to hide their secret key to their poaching den in our pile of supplies?
Look, man, I am just here to get paid. I don't. What are you trying to insinuate?
I'm trying to insinuate that somebody's full of shit.
What's that?
And I'm gonna go get Helen out of the car.
You're going to get who?
Helen. I'm getting my golf club, Helen.
Yeah, the golf club.
Helen, I forgot you named the golf.
Name the golf club. Yep.
If you start killing people, I swear to God.
You know, sometimes there's no other way to get the truth out of people except to kill them. That's the only way.
You kill them, you can't get the truth out of them.
That sounds legit.
I'm not gonna fuck up Cal's mystery any more than
It's totally okay. I'm enjoying it.
So I am getting my golf club, but I'm gonna menace Douglas, but I'm not gonna hit him with it.
Can you show me how you're menacingly?
Yeah, I could show you. I'll show you. I have a hairbrush here, and this hairbrush will be Helen. And I'm like, that's kind of the general vibe. It's either like menacing or having a stroke. Some happy space between those, I feel. That's where I've landed.
He puts his hands up and gives you a shrug, and then soon Ingrid calls out from up the house, "We're ready to begin entering the cave."
Lovely. I'll turn around and just hurry off. I don't want to see this happen.
So, are you all going up to the cave, or are you still not letting Douglas go? Because you can try and push him.
Are you daring me to try to beat this man up? Is that what you're daring me to do? Because I will.
If you think there's something here, you totally can push him.
I'm going to intimidate him. I'm going to say, look, I know you walked in off the streets and got hired. Day of job. You better explain to me what your relationship is to this cave.
Can you roll your charm?
Is that the stat that you think I should be using right now? Yeah. My charm?
Sounds like manipulate someone is the move, right?
All right, I'm doing it.
Or manipulate someone, yeah, but isn't that charm?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sadly, Monster of the Week didn't think of that.
Any bastard want to help me out? I guess not.
I'll help.
Oh, I'm out of here. I'm leaving you behind. I don't want to see this happen.
Help me out.
+2 with the help out, so
let's go.
Success.
All right, so it's a mixed success instead of a failure. For those of you at home who cannot see our VTT, we were too reckless to have physical dice, apparently. And so we're now using a VTT. I rolled the 6. If Brian hadn't have saved me with his help out roll, alas, I would have failed to charm good Mr. Douglas McKeach. But I didn't. I got a mixed success now.
Well, which is probably for the best, because on a failure, I was actually going to have him bring out the pepper spray, but we saved it. We didn't get that. So,
boy, I would have deserved it too.
He looks at you and he just says, "Look, okay, don't tell Walma this, okay? We're buddies. I sort of work with like a society that we go on a hunting trip every once in a while. It's not totally legal, but we get good business from it. A lot of people like it.
Hunting what?
Rabbits, deer, whatever we can find out here. I mean, it's a barren wasteland. Have you seen it? It's beautiful, but let me tell you,
Why the fuck is it a secret to hunt deer and rabbit?
because if anyone found out, I could get charged for that. I don't want a fine. Do you know how much they fine you for hunting out here?
I can't imagine it would be a lot. He says, looking around.
It is a lot in this economy. In this economy. No, we live in a society. There, are you satisfied? Okay.
Do I believe him?
Yeah, he does seem to be telling the truth. Do you mean if he might be omitting something, but he does seem to be telling you the truth so far.
Okay.
Okay, you can get fined 2,500 pounds per deer, up to 3 months of imprisonment. So, that's not nothing.
Yep. Poaching no joke in the UK.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. I think he's hiding something.
You want to push him more? You definitely can.
I am. I will. Why do you keep daring me to do it, Cal? Because I will. I'm doing it. And I'm going to tell him as much. I think you're hiding something.
Duncan, just to help my mind out, see when you tried to help Lysander, did you pull out your sword?
No. No, I stood menacingly. I've got my climbing kilt on.
How
right?
do you menace? I know how I menace, but what does your menace look like, Brian?
He crosses his arms. Flexes, puts his chest out.
That's Brian, you are not very menacing. For a bald Texan, I expect more when you're menacing somebody.
Bald Texans need their guns to be menacing. So
let me go get my gun then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'm not going to be as
Seamus?
menacing as a hairbrush, so.
Seamus, as this is going on, since you did move to the cave, you're the first one who is going to get attached by a harness. And as you are ushered into the cave by Ingrid, you see a massive giant pit going down. It's totally dark. You cannot see what's at the bottom. It is a massive hole. As you're walking into this cave, it doesn't look like it. It's just a normal cave with a little bit of light coming through cracks in the cave. But as you are getting ushered in, you see a massive hole that just goes down, and Ingrid is putting a harness on you and herself, attaching it to rope, and she looks at you as if she's expecting you to climb down.
I'll climb down, and as I'm climbing, I'm going to ask her if she knows how far down that hole goes.
She shakes her head no, and I need you to make an act under pressure roll.
Under pressure roll? Okay. Yes, and
While
I can
you're
use
doing that, Lysander, what are we doing? Have you made your roll yet?
I'm like, I think you're hiding something. It doesn't add up, man. Just tell us the truth. I'll make my roll.
11
Charm
on my roll.
again.
11. Yep, charm.
Let's go.
Oh, nice.
Bitch, let's go.
Nice.
Very menacing.
He puts his hands up. He's like, okay. The key is mine, okay? Shit, it's for my gun, okay? I have a rifle. There, are you happy? You know how much I can get in trouble if people find out I have a rifle here?
Out of character, I don't. Can you not have a hunting rifle? And what the fuck would you hunt a rabbit with? Obviously, he's got a rifle.
Oh, an
You have a
arrow.
license.
If he has a license, you don't know, but you did see
Okay.
that what he was carrying on him are pretty much hunting. I don't know what they're called, but they're like hunting daggers, and there's also different things to hunt. Rabbits especially.
If you would have said
Yes.
hunting nunchucks, I would have dead ass fallen out of my chair because I cannot live with the thought of our boy over here nunchucking rabbits to death.
This is horrible. Oh God.
That's excellent. That's fucking brilliant.
Yep. So he probably has a hunting knife, a skinning knife too on him to skin the rabbit.
So he's armed.
Guessing the fur is
He
probably
is
what
armed, yes.
they poach him for.
All right. I think I'm done with him.
Yeah, we should get down the cave.
You do see on the equipment, you do see the case where the supposed rifle is, and you have the key for it.
Ah.
But if you're going to go towards it, he is not going to trust you with this gun for intimidating him. But you can certainly do it. You can certainly go for it if you want.
I'm going to say, now look, I'm not going to tell anyone you've got a gun, but I'm going to keep it under my custody to ensure there's no funny business out of you. And I'm going to roll my charm to convince him this is a good idea.
You can certainly do that. While you're doing
I
that,
don't think so.
Douglas, do you want to do anything?
Duncan or
Duncan.
Oh, Duncan.
Yeah, Douglas is the guy we're talking
Yeah,
to.
Douglas McKeish and then Duncan.
McLeod. 11. I got 11.
Nice. Yeah, Duncan will go ahead and he's got his climbing kilt on. He's going to go get his sword, strap it to him.
how does this climbing kilt differ from his regular kilt?
It's extra breezy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a light fabric. It's a linen instead of a wool.
Yeah, I see.
And he'll go ahead and enchant his blade, just in case.
I don't know how to do that, so I'm going to ask Ingrid to strap me in after I take this rifle.
So yeah, Douglas, for whatever amount of brain cells this man has, he trusts you with this rifle that is loaded in his ammo. So yeah, he agrees. He's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. You are more trustworthy to handle this than I. So yeah, he picks up, hands it to you. Maybe it's got something to do with Duncan, and that you threatened him. But yeah, he gives you it, and you now have the key for it. Wilma is looking very impatient with this. She's clapping her hands and she's saying, "We need to get to the cave now before it gets dark."
Wilma, you calm down, I say, and I'm going to shake Helen at her. Why? Why should we get into the cave before it gets dark? And if you're so goddamn worried about it getting dark, why'd she start us in the evening instead of the goddamn morning, woman?
This is so very unprofessional. I have a busy schedule, and if you from the BBC are going to waste my time, then maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we'll hire better people.
All right, go ahead and do it. You go ahead and you hire yourself some better people, Wilma. We'll see who you get. You're hiring people off the street. We don't need you because we've got press credentials anyways.
Listen,
Ingrid, suit me up.
the council treasury budget is very low. Okay, I have to make do with what I have, and
right, which is why you should be thanking us for coming out here to do this job for you, not chastising us for not moving quickly enough. I'll move as slow or as fast as I want.
Okay. I prefer to do it standing on a desktop.
And I'm going to shake Helen at her just so she knows that I'm serious. And I'm going to go ahead.
shakes her head and leaves.
Lysander is so toxic.
Bye, Wilma. Later.
Lysander, you've made this a very toxic workplace. You can't have that here in Scotland, I'm sorry.
I do have that tendency. I am going to go and ask Ingrid to strap me in. I'm going into the cave.
Duncan, are you also going to the
Yep.
cave?
Yeah.
So yeah, Douglas follows. You all head up this hill to where the cave is. And as I described to Seamus what the cave looks like, you see the massive pit hole, and Ingrid is waiting. Michael is down. He's been waiting. Not Michael. Seamus is down. He's attached by a harness. He's just been sort of hanging there until you guys came, which isn't very nice for him. But Ingrid looks at you too, and she's like, "Okay, are you ready to get? Are you ready to go down?"
Yep. Let's do this.
No questions asked on this part. I like it. So yeah, Duncan, she puts the harness on you, straps you in, makes sure it's secure. And I need you, if you're going to go down the hole, to make a act under pressure roll.
Let's go.
Oh, this is gonna be chafing me.
Let's try it.
Lysander, you doing the same?
Yeah, not bad. 8 and 10.
I got a 10. Hooray!
Not gonna lie, Lysander, I thought you were going to push Ingrid in the hole. I thought at least one of you were going to do that, just and then test how far it went. But
This is Sparta.
Oh. No,
Why
because
did-
I don't know how to get in and out of the fucking cave. I need Ingrid for the time being.
Wilma's by the edge, though.
Yeah.
She was, yeah, she was sexy. But Wilma, she gets Wilma and Douglas strapped into. They are less quiet. And same with you, Duncan. When you go down, you make a little bit of noise. You must have stepped on something, must have came loose down low, maybe a little rock. But you feel it hit the ground, and it creates a large echo. And you hear some noises. Can't really tell what it is exactly, but it sounds like groaning from down below.
Okay, do I hear this too?
Yeah, you all hear this.
Don't worry, I'm going to check it out. I don't know which move this would count under. One is don't worry, I'll check it out. Whenever you go by yourself to check out somewhere scary, mark experience. Or whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. Or maybe both of them apply. Maybe I'm just extra lucky.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need it if you're going to go right down into this cave. So yeah, how are you getting down there faster than the others? Because going down this cave, you're walking very slowly. Are you going to just jump and swing right down to get there faster than the others?
I'm going to take some big leaps as I'm rappelling down. That's what I'm going to do.
So this makes even more noise, as you can imagine, and the groaning turns into full-on groaning, turns into full-on growling as you get closer down. And what you see is, you think it must have been bodies. It looked like bodies that all hovered over each other. Bare, naked, nude, as you can imagine. They're all sort of grasped in. Their skin is very pale, as if they haven't seen sunlight in a long time. And as they see you coming down, do you stop? Or are you going right down?
I
Right
am
down
going
the
to
floor?
stop. Can I read a bad situation?
You certainly can read a bad situation.
All right, I'm going to do it. Wish me luck. I got a 5. My sharp is my highest stat, and I got a fucking 5.
You can spend your 1 point of luck per session, because I remember. Do you have 2 from? I remember you mentioned something about luck. You have 2 to spend per session.
That was my other character.
Okay.
My wrong character.
Okay.
This character, not so much. Let's see.
If you want to spend your luck here, you may.
I think I get to ask a question anyways, but then something bad happens. No, that's investigate a mystery. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
You get to ask me questions on behalf of the monster if I
Oh,
fail.
on behalf of the monster, a
And I'm going to
question.
take it on the chin.
I think as these creatures are looking and turning in your direction, I think they're going to ask you very cynical, not like ask as an actual ask, but I think they're going to want to know how many of you are there.
So, yeah, there's three of us. There's Ingrid, there's Douglas, and then there's Wilma. So 6.
6. And does something bad happen? Does it say that after the?
No, it's just you gain the intel instead of I do, or the monsters now have the intel instead of us having the intel about the
So
bad
they now
situation.
know that there's 6 of you at least up there, and you're the first one down.
I'm
Almost
gonna
like
yell.
almost you as you yell, you hear the thunderous slam of bodies encroaching, slamming into the rock where you are, the wall of rock where you're climbing down, and almost like out of a horror movie, they slowly start climbing each other, climbing in this huge mass of bodies and using the rock wall to scurry up towards you.
I'm gonna yell up to the others. Go back up. There's something down here. We're not alone. And I am gonna try to climb up as fast as I can too.
Hmm. Roll me act under pressure, but is it too mean to give you a -1 modifier since you're nearer? You've got a longer way than the others do. Hmm.
It's up to you. It's your call, dude.
Yeah, just to make it more uh harder, a -1 I feel like would be a -1 forward.
I shall. -1 it is.
We'll see how you do, and then I'll get the others to roll. See if with normal dice to see how.
Did it
Oh,
take my -1 out? Um, hmm.
you think
Let's
you about
see.
spending luck?
No, I wonder if I could use my what could go wrong advantage and apply it to this roll, which
Mhm.
would give me +2, which would bring me up to an 8.
What does the power say? Uh,
That was whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold
oh
2.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay,
So
so I'm holding 2. I want to spend 1 to add to my 6 roll. So that makes it an 8, which means I don't mark experience, but it's a mixed success. So I don't know what happened. What you want to have happen on the mixed success?
yeah, I know what's going to happen. So as you're trying to climb up, and these bodies are just hailing through it, you are climbing up so fast that you're not really paying attention to where you descended from. You do manage to make it to the edge, but by the end, your hands are sliced open because you've climbed this rock. They're bloody, they're bleeding. Could you do me a favor and could you take 1 harm?
Yeah, done.
Duncan and Seamus, I need you to make an act under pressure with your
Yeah.
no modifiers, just the same to get up, because you're not as far down as
I'd
Yeah.
like to help out. I know I can only help out 1. Would it be too much to ask if I could apply my help out roll to whoever rolled lowest and
I'm
needs it
glad
most?
to help. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'll be merciful. Yeah, because this. Okay, Seamus is safe,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I will say if you fail on this help out roll, and as per usual, you're going to put yourself in danger, and you are the one so far with the most damage.
Am I that much of a team player? Yeah, I am. I'm going to try to help out.
Duncan, did you get 6?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to help out.
you want to help out?
Mixed success, which means I successfully help him out by giving him 1, but I have now put myself in harm's way, and I have to do something.
So yeah, as you got up to, you all reach the top again. Lysander, you help Duncan's character by climbing up, but unfortunately, the huge pile of bodies have been climbing these rocks longer than you have, and their arms manage to reach the top, and instead of reaching the ground, they reach your leg that you are trying to hold up Duncan, and they start to pull you down. You're still
Okay.
attached to the harness, so the harness is actually acting like a lock. You would have to take the harness off, but the harness is stopping you from actually falling right down. But it's also preventing you from, moving away from that spot where it's attached from unless you take the harness off.
If I kick this person in the face, would I knock this person off and be able to escape to freedom?
Yes, if you roll your tough, but you will be taking damage from that as well.
All right. Well, tough it is. Can I use my weapon, my golf club?
You did bring it, yes.
2 harm? All right, let's go. Here I go. I'm going to kick this bitch in the face, or at least try to.
You brought the golf club down into the hole with you.
I did.
Okay.
I did. Let's see how I go.
Man.
Ooh.
So, Lysander, what actually happens is, unless you want to spend luck, it's not death yet, don't worry, but it is pretty severe. What happens, I'll just go ahead. What happens is you're joined soon after by other hands that start digging their long, nasty, probably infectious nails into your leg. Take another harm.
Okay.
And you see that they're trying to pull you down. They want you to fall basically into the pit. But because of the harness, it's not budging.
I will take experience for that. I will take that on the chin. I'm saving this luck because I have a feeling I'm going to fucking need it for something. And normally I don't save my luck. I tend to be the first person who spends my luck, but I'm saving it now. I'm going to try to kick him off again, man. What else am I going to do? By the way, fuck you guys hard.
Yeah.
You fucking sons of bitches.
Speaking of, while this is going on, Duncan, Seamus, are you running out this cave? I mean, you can take your harnesses off and beat it. Duncan, Lysander did try and save you, but if you want to be a me.
No, I'm gonna help Lysander out.
I'm gonna wait at the top, but I'm not gonna go down. Yeah.
So is Lysander like on the edge right now, getting pulled down?
Yeah, that's what I'm visualizing.
She is on the edge, literally holding on, but below her is the creatures digging their nails into her legs. Yeah, it's not looking good. The only thing holding her is his own strength and the harness that's attached to the rock wall.
Oh, this is why you have a big sword.
All right. Roll to. I guess you're rolling to help out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that meant you were going to cut the rope, the harness that was.
Oh God!
No.
holding him. You were like, yeah, let's cut it.
Let's give him some
Okay.
food and offering.
11. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. I am gonna pick a thing that I want to do to these bastards.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 13 because I helped out.
Ooh. Okay. So let's see. I kicked some ass, and I would like to suffer less harm, -1. But I want to spend my other hold for what could go wrong to inflict harm, which an additional harm, which is an additional 1 harm. So I would do 2 with my golf club, plus another 1, which would bring it up to 3. And then I'm choosing to suffer little harm, -1. Well, how much harm would I take? What would my harm be?
So you're at harm 2 right now, and since you got a 10, if it does say that you have to take harm, you'll just take 1. You're not unstable yet. You should be at 3, but
Yeah.
you can tell that your leg is probably really, as their nails have digged even deeper, maybe to the bone. Your leg is probably going to need urgent medical care, possible an easy risk of infection, and it could lead to dismemberment if it's not treated. But your golf club, you swing it, and it's to max it right in the face. The one that was holding on to you the closest breaks its jaw, and as it falls, it takes some of the others with it, but they latch on a little bit to below, and they start climbing up again. But you're free to quickly get out. You don't need to make a roll. You can just get out of there. But as you're up, I need you to make me another act under pressure to run out of this cave. The others have had time. Oh, actually, you too, Duncan, just to see if you can get out of this cave before they get up.
Okay.
No.
Walmart and Ingrid, surprisingly, you don't know where Duncan is, but Walmart and Ingrid are at the entrance, literally shouting on you all to hurry and get out of there. Let me see.
I'm running as fast as I can. I rolled a 12. It looks like Brian rolled a 6. And I'm just like, run! You gotta go! There's lots of them! They're fast!
As soon as they are fast, and I will say, as soon as they stand up, you realize they're much faster runners than they are climbers. One of them almost launches right at Duncan, dropping him to the floor. And Duncan, you're going to take 1 harm, as with its sharp nails, it slashes you right across the face.
Can I go back in and try to help Duncan?
You certainly can, yes.
Can I
Duncan?
unlock this rifle box first?
Yeah, definitely. Well, the thing is, did you bring it? I can't remember if you brought it or not, or did you?
I thought I said I was going to, but I don't know how many hands Lysander has, because I've got a golf club, I'm climbing the rocks, I've got a rifle box, I got a key in my pants pocket.
Maybe you left it up top.
Yeah.
Up top. Yeah, let's say that, so you didn't leave it at the bottom of this little runway. But yeah, you can certainly go and open it. The key fits, and inside is the rifle.
Okay. I'm gonna go back in and try to help my bud Duncan over here fight off these creatures.
I'm going to yell down,
some ass.
"You're doing great."
Actually, Seamus, you've run. We'll pause that scene for now. But Seamus, are you down at the bottom where this film set was? Have you reached that point yet?
Have I guess my thought was that Seamus is going to try to go back to the entrance. So he's going to climb
back to the cave entrance.
Yeah.
Okay, since you were a good distance away, maybe turn back at last second, you will see the tires. The taxi is gone, but the tires to your van have been slashed. So it's
Oh,
not going to drive away. Yeah, you do see that. You see that the other equipment has been damaged.
like someone's taking a golf club to
Only
it.
and the only other vehicle that was there, maybe owned by Ingrid, is gone.
And so Douglas is MIA at this point, right?
Douglas, yep, he is nowhere. He was one of the first to get up there, followed by Wilma. He sprinted out. Wilma looked down because she didn't know what was happening, and then followed by Ingrid, who also stuck by before
Yeah,
running out.
I think he's gonna get shit, and I, he's gonna go back and try to see if he can, I don't know, see what's going on and help.
Why don't you try to make the car into a bomb?
I guess that's a thing you could do.
Yeah,
It has a fucking gas tank, doesn't it?
I guess I just wouldn't have assumed that the this Mario Batali looking biology writer would know how to turn a car into a bomb.
Well, you do know that accelerants like gasoline are flammable.
That's true. Yes.
If you ran something into the gas tank, like a fuel source, or not a fuel source, but like some kind of wick, something to create the spark, then it's gonna fucking explode. You don't need to build a car bomb to know that gas makes things go boom, Vitali.
I will point out you're a character that rolls sharp for everything, so you know.
Yeah, that's true. So if there's you want me to roll for that, I will try to make it into a bomb and like prepare it to kill these guys.
You do not have to, but I am going to. If you don't, I'm going to do it.
No,
Because
I'm
what
doing
else
it.
are we going to do? Are we going to live in the car? Are we going to join the Sawney Bean family?
Yeah, that's my plan. No, it's a good idea. Yeah, can I roll to see if I can turn it into a bomb?
Yeah, Cal,
Yes,
can you roll
you
to
may.
see? How do you like being in charge when people ask you, can I roll to turn this into a bomb?
It's very entertaining. Yes, you may. In terms of what role that might be, roll your sharp. Just your
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll my sharp. Yeah. All right, that's 7. It's mixed success.
So you don't cause it to be a bomb, but what you actually cause it to be is you slit the gasoline, so the gasoline surrounds the car. You can very much set this car ablaze, and with it some of the grass around, but it's not going to explode, at least not initially, but it is going to act as a beacon of fire when you want it to.
Or you could spend your luck point
Or you
to
can
make
spend
it
your
kick ass.
You know what?
Pass
Yes,
bomb.
I think that's a great idea because otherwise I'm not going to use my luck here. I'm using my luck. I'm making it into a bomb.
This feels like sweet revenge to me.
Yes, you've made it a bomb. The specifics on why this doesn't just blow up immediately, I don't know, but it's going to. It's plot convenience. It's going.
We
to just
haven't lit it on fire yet. He's added a wick,
Yeah.
like a candle, but he hasn't lit it on fire yet.
I just put like a long wick into the gas tank, and yeah.
You're gonna have to get close to light it on fire, dude. Like you're gonna have to do it.
Okay.
And then
So,
run like hell.
I-
Brian,
as
help
that
me
is going
out.
on-
Tell him this is a legitimate plan. You're an engineer. Tell him it's a great idea.
You know it's bad when Brian doesn't agree with it.
Brian doesn't agree with many fun things that I have proposed. It's fine. It's a legitimate plan and it's going to work. It's going to work and we're going to kill all the Sawney Beans.
Speaking of Brian and Duncan, they're not looking too good. But Duncan, you've got this thing that's just slashed you right in the face. Maybe made you a little bit hazy, but Lazanda's still trying to help you. But I want you to make. Is there anything you want to do because you're in the
Yeah,
danger zone?
I'm gonna pull out my claymore and kick some ass like a Scotsman.
Kick some ass. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do
Can
it.
I also kick some ass with my rifle?
Yeah, you can with your rifle. Yeah, just be careful of your health.
That
When
sounds
I
so
need to,
threatening.
when I need to help players with their health, I'm like, oh, be cautious. I'm such a nice DM.
So that's
That's a 12.
5 harm. I will take little damage.
So yeah, you slice through 8 of them. They're all sort of once that one pulled you down, they all started coming at you, but they didn't expect a claymore of all things to be on you. So maybe a little bit surprised is before you slash them in half with this big ass sword. Um, yeah, don't mess with Duncan. Uh, so yeah, you do take 1 harm though. Through the as you slice them in half, some of their nails do dig into your skin, but it's trivial damage. Only
Do
1.
you want me to roll tough or cool? And I guess the question is mechanically, how are you working firearms? Are you, if I'm out of range of their attack, do I still take harm from it?
No, how we're going to work this is maybe I'm being less merciful, but roll your cool. If you fail, it's going to hit Duncan. Because you're out of the danger zone and Duncan is in the danger zone, it makes sense to me that he's in the danger zone of your gun if you fail. But if you gain a success or a mixed success, you will hit your target.
All right, a mixed success. I hit my target. I did 3 damage to whoever I hit. Typically, this would mean I take harm, but could we say that maybe my gun jams instead, so it's not of any further use?
Yeah, definitely. So you hit one in the shoulder, it spirals back, it has never been shot before. But you've done some damage, you've definitely slowed it down. But you do realise that 12 more are climbing up. You can't tell how many there were in that whole pit, but you can tell that there's many of them coming up.
I'm going to look at Duncan and say, I don't think we have a chance. We need to get down the fucking hill as fast as we can.
Agreed.
All right, so now it's time for heroic running away.
So as you're there's something that you have missed, and I want you to both make a read a bad situation roll as you're still running.
Let's go.
Read a bad situation isn't your guys' forte. Let's see. So 6 for Duncan. Lysander, you got
I got
Duncan failed.
8.
So is that one question that you can
One
ask?
question. What I would like to know is what's my best way, or I guess you've kind of already hinted. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? You kind of hinted, and I'm kind of cheating. So
I
I'm
did
gonna.
hint that because it is pretty important, and you already know the best way out is through the exit where you came in. But you notice, Lysander, looking up, a car is approaching, and it's a different car. It looks like a hunting car. And if you squint your eyes, you do see Douglas and some of his mates, looks to be his friends. They're carrying rifles, weapons. You can't tell what they're what they're thinking or looking at, but they are approaching back to the cave. They're a good distance off though. but you definitely can tell that is Douglas from that pointed nose that you've seen earlier. You got to get
I'm
his face.
I'm gonna scream that as I'm running the fuck out of this cave so that Duncan knows too. This is how Lysander runs. He's not good at mobility.
Duncan, so as you're running out this cave, both of you see that they stop. They don't go past the exit. They kind of stay. You also notice that they stay away from like the sun. Not entirely. They do go through it. They just have like some sort of heliophobia from the sun. They don't like to go in there, but they don't burn up. So yeah, they're contained right now, but soon, if as soon as you guys run out into this field, you do see Seamus, who has constructed a bomb. We'll get to that. But by that time that you've made your way down there, Douglas and his bandmates take out their guns and they point them at you. Get back to the cave, they yell.
Can I like set my car bomb off at them? I mean,
You you certainly can. Do you want to do that right now, or do you want to figure out what is going on?
no, I want to do it now.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna yell. Don't set the bomb off now. We need
So they've become aware that you have a bomb? Question mark. They immediately put their guns. Sorry, they immediately put their guns to Seamus. Don't move.
Yeah, Seamus, don't move.
Um, shit.
Get back to the cave right now.
I'm gonna dive behind the car and I'm going to shoot at them from cover.
Does this have action movie logic where this can be detonated with a gun, or is this like real bullet logic?
No, we're pretty past realism at this point, so yeah. If it can be triggered by a bullet, yeah, but you need to hit
The gas tank?
the gas tank, yeah, and that's it's not really a mechanic, but we'll call that a cold shot, which will have a -1 forward to actually hit accurately. You need to get back to that cave right now. You don't understand.
They're gonna kill us.
You've been feeding them, haven't you?
We have to. It's because of the ancient. We don't want him rising up, and you guys, well, quite frankly, you're disposable. You're nobodies. No one will miss you.
I'm a known writer for the BBC. Everyone knows who I am.
The BBC can find new writers. You'll be surprised how many have went missing, fired.
I'm gonna lie to him. I'm gonna say, I hate to disappoint you, but we already done licked him.
What?
They ran away back into the depths of the fucking cave. He hit him with a claymore. I shot him with your rifle.
Of
Took a
course
few
they
out
did.
with Helen.
They're not going to abandon their father who's
Yeah.
sleeping. That's why we need you to get back into that cave. Go back down to that pit. Well, you won't have to go that far. And you'll feed the Ancient One.
No can do. You're welcome to go down there though, Doug.
You don't understand. If we don't feed him, when it comes nighttime, he's going to wake up. And nobody can stop him.
How is their car parked relative to us?
Their car is behind them. They've sort of like came out and they've almost unified around it. They're pointing their guns at each of you. There's about 5 of them, not that many, but there is 5. Two guns are on you, Lysander, but most of them, or possibly the other three, are on you, Seamus. Duncan, you you came down and they're not really trained on you. I think it's because they see that slash and they think you are mortally wounded and not going to be a threat, because that slash is pretty deep despite the damage that you've gained. But they're not really. You are in the gun sight, but no one's aiming at you at this moment.
Do you get cell reception in this area?
No, not in
Okay.
this area. Unless you have mobile data. But that's totally up to you.
Do I have reason to think that if I shot this car, that it would take them out? Or does it seem like they're too far away, even if I make the car bomb explode?
Because they've unified, it would take one of them out and maybe shock the others, the one closest to it. It might not kill them, it might just injure them. You have no way of knowing, but it will reach the fire, the explosion will reach him and knock him away. The others might be distracted by it.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do?
No, because I don't want to damage their car, because we need that car to escape.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They're not going to fire. You do realize that they need you to get back in that cave, and it is really late. Like it's six, maybe approaching 7 or 8. You can't really tell. You don't have a watch, but it is getting dark, and they seem desperate because this happens in the evening.
I guess I'm going to sit down and wait. If I'm going to get eaten, they're going to get eaten too. And I'm going to save this fucking car bomb for when those creatures come out.
Well, they're going to try and make their way towards you, to grab you and try and.
And you can shoot me if you come near me. I'm going to shoot you. But I'm going to back up. But if they come near me, I'm going to shoot.
Do you have a gun?
I do. I have a pistol, a hidden one.
Yeah, it's a hidden pistol. Yeah.
Do you say that to them?
Yeah. No. I'm going to say, if you approach me, I'm going to shoot you. But I'm leaving. You can shoot me if you want.
We can spare one, and all of them train their guns at you, ready to fire. But Lysander, this does give you a chance. You have a choice, a hard choice.
To what? Blow up the car, or
To blow up the car, to shoot them, or to let Seamus see if he can survive.
if they're advancing on Seamus, would I be able to slip into their car? Are they far enough away that I could try to sneak and slip into their car?
You won't be able to sneak, but if you ran, you would have a very good chance because you are a fast runner, apparently, as seen. So yeah, you could definitely reach the car.
That is what I am going to do.
I'll provide distraction. Given they trained all their guns on Seamus, I'm going to charge with my sword.
Okay.
Charge with your sword. Okay.
I'm acting under pressure.
Act under pressure. Brian roll tough. Duncan roll tough. And Seamus, what do you want to do now that they've all turned their guns towards you?
I think at this point, sorry?
Do you want to start blasting? They haven't fired yet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to just shoot them. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot one. So, is that under pressure?
Act under pressure.
Yeah.
I got a mixed success of an 8.
Duncan is going to use his luck point.
I got 10.
Okay, so we'll start with Seamus. You shoot one, and they immediately go down. You shot them right. That was a straight headshot. And they would have shot at you had it not been for Lysander running, scared that they had something planned. They almost turn. They can't choose what target yet. And then before they know it, Duncan is charging at them with a claymore. But they do have the composure to fire eventually, and their guns are in the direction of Duncan, who's charging at them with a claymore. Duncan, you did use your luck point for that, so you got a 12. Is that correct? Yeah, it's a
I'll
12.
reduce damage to myself.
You'll reduce damage. Yeah, you straight up take 2 of them, the front 2 out. You slash them in half with this giant claymore. The shots they scrape by you. Take 1 harm only, as these shots just scrape right by. Lysander, you do make it to the car. The keys are still in the ignition.
Yes, bitch. Let's go. It's time to Grand Theft Auto this bitch. Let's run these fuckers down.
At this point, the sun is completely down, and almost as you look up, thousands upon thousands, maybe it's definitely over 100, come pouring out, and you see a massive one. He has an extra leg where his belly button should be. He is very bulky, muscular, but he is changed in a way, and you see 2 small fangs right down, almost like tusks. This is Sawney, and they are coming after you. You need to get out, or you've still got that other car that's a bomb. If you time it well, you can take a few of them out. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to GTA these bitches. What do you want me to roll?
Are you leaving Duncan and?
No, I'm gonna run over these guys with the guns so Duncan and Seamus can get their asses into the car.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's an act under pressure roll. If you want to drive over them, the remaining 2, you certainly can.
Damn right.
Try and take them out. They at this moment are horrified. They are stunned, so they have 6.
This is what I have been saving my luck point for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend my luck point now to turn that into a 12 to run over the rest of Douglas's people and pull up so that Seamus and Duncan can get in the goddamn car.
Do you? I mean, I'm assuming you both do, unless you want
to. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you want to saunter away from this. Yeah. So you drive over the other 2. They don't seem dead. They seem impaired, though. You may have broken a bone, maybe their spines, as these creatures are coming down. You're driving away?
No, I'm going to try to drive far enough away to shoot that fucking car as soon as they get close. So my idea is to put enough of a distance where I'm not going to get caught in the explosion, but have that car as a barrier between me and the Sawney Bean monster. And then as they come towards us, shoot the car and detonate it.
Roll me an act under pressure to do that. They have reached you. You all have travelled a good distance away, but this is going to be at a -1 because to try and aim from a good distance away to hit the gas thing to cause it to explode is going to be pretty difficult. Does anyone want to help out? This is a good time to help out in this.
Yeah, helping out would be great, y'all.
I'll help out.
Okay.
This is where the stakes are the most highest.
Here I go. You said a -1?
A -1.
I succeeded helping, so you get +2.
So you add a 1 forward. That -1's gone.
Woo! Let's do it.
You get 1 forward.
You're fucking kidding.
The bullet doesn't hit the cars where you want. Some of them do pass it, in particularly the fastest of them all, Sawney Bean, the one with the extra leg for where his belly button should be. He is really massive, really tall. His face is beyond recognition with his large tusk. He passes it along with four others, but you do get an extra chance to shoot. There's still so many coming that you can shoot again if you want.
Would it be better just to drive off now?
I mean, yeah, it would. It would probably be better just to drive off for us. That
or we
would
could
be.
ram them with a car.
I did
mean,
think that, but I think it would probably tear up the car, honestly.
I do mention you can totally abandon, but these men looked like abandoning was not an option for them, that they had to get you to feed. But the only way to stop them, and there is a nearby town of Girvan who, if you leave, they're in a lot of danger.
I mean, honestly, the town of Garvin has better chances than we do of killing these things. I'm going to drive away.
You're going to drive away.
I'm going to drive away.
Do not you're any character you play would do exactly the same thing. I know this
Cal.
for a fact.
Yeah, Cal.
I mean, but it's not me right now, so I can judge you. I can judge all of you for this.
Well, think about it. There's 3 of us. I'm not a good shot, but there's a whole village of people to gang up on these things. If anybody has a good chance of killing this monster, it's the people who have numbers as an advantage. I think I'm gonna go and drive into town to warn the people. I have a move for that.
Call the police too.
You can call the police, yeah, definitely.
That is what I'm gonna do. And can I use my move here? What is it? Trust me. When you tell a normal person the truth in order to protect them from danger, roll charm. On 10 plus, they'll do what you say they should, no questions asked. On a 7 to 9, they do it, but the keeper chooses one from the following. On a miss, they think you're crazy and maybe dangerous too.
Do it. Add +1, because as you get to the town, Walmart and Ingrid are there. They just sprinted long before all of this happened. They're there and they've rallied the townsfolk, and they are getting up arms. So they already are halfway there. They are warning about it. And
I rolled an 11. And so if he helped out, then I rolled a 13.
So that's a success. Yep. They fully believe you, and they are taking up knives. About 3 of them actually have guns. With your guns, but most of them are carrying hunting knives, machetes, kitchen utensils, stuff that they can use.
We've done our duty at this point.
Do you stay to fight, or are you?
Oh, I'm leaving. I'm putting in for a transfer to London or something. I'm done.
Yeah, these people literally tried to sacrifice us to cave monsters.
Not all the townsfolk, just the hunters. The townsfolk might have not known about it.
Yeah, but still, maybe they also did, right? Like, there's no way for us to know whether or not they knew, and also they might very well get pissed. So even if they didn't know, they might try to hurt us.
Can we investigate a mystery to see if they knew?
You can do that.
How are you going to do that in the car when I am headed far away from Scotland?
As you're warning people, I'm rolling the window down and asking.
So you guys knew about this already?
You're going to ask them, well, they're going to say no. What are you talking about? Are you crazy?
We're getting the fuck out of here, dude.
So, what you see is the townspeople try their best, possibly innocent townspeople, try their best to overwhelm these creatures, the Sawney Bean family. It doesn't look like they're doing so well with their kitchen utensils, with their knives and machetes. But you are driving off, and as you see, you hear the screams of maybe 40 people that were rallied up in the town, screaming as hundreds of these things attack them.
We did our best.
Man, I bet they wish they had a right to bear arms
You know
now.
what? I'll call the BBC. My final action as I drive away will be to call the BBC to get the word out to everyone with my move.
You see the police cars driving past, heading to the town to try and save these people that are needing help. Buildings are falling.
And we salute you, too. I'm calling the BBC.
We'll get as much on that on camera as possible.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna write a book about this. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, just
14! Bitch! I got 14! I called up the BBC and I'm like, there's a legit monster here in Scotland. It's Sawney Bean. He's got a leg on his belly button. Send all of the military. Now, we need guns. We need the army. We need the navy. We need the Air Force. We need King Charles down here right now. All hands on deck. It's an emergency.
King Charles and the remaining corgis.
The BBC asked, did you record it? Have you got any gross deaths or any sort of interesting footage?
Of course we bloody recorded it. You think we're some kind of hacks? I say while I'm driving and talking on the phone.
The BBC will definitely call the military, but they're mostly going to send helicopters to record safely from up in the sky the carnage. Scotland will never be the same after tonight, let me tell you. So yeah, just to reiterate the closing statement, these people are screaming, they're getting mauled, you know. You can see on the distance some people getting pounced on. Just driving by.
Waving.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We sure are.
The helicopters zoom by, the BBC start their filming, and yeah, soon you see Special Task Force police coming, the military, His Royal Majesty's military, all gunning into Girvan, you know, into Scotland.
Suddenly Scotland's granted its independence. And that royal military leaves.
And so we drive heroically away from Scotland, having saved it from British rule at last by releasing Sawney Bean. I see nothing wrong with what we did.
You know how most STs are like, oh, I spent so much time constructing this story, it's going to be great. And it changes completely. That it's been so good though, this story has changed dramatically. Your character's choices really solidified this though. I'm really happy at how it turned out. So yeah.
We did the best job, to be honest. Frankly, we did the best.
I mean,
honestly.
It's just one town, you know. It's just one town of innocent people, you know.
And Scotland has a lot of towns. Like it's got at least 10, I think.
Yeah. So as you're driving, where are you going? Are you going to England? You going to Edinburgh, Glasgow? Where are you going?
Oh, we're going to see our buddy Cal in Glasgow.
Yeah.
We need to lay low.
They have an airport. We can fly somewhere else. It doesn't have strange monsters that are trying to eat us.
You're going to America. You're like giving up on the country. So yeah, closing statement. You drive off. It's actually quite peaceful now that you're away from the carnage. You know, you see deer, you see rabbits. The moon is pretty nice. Lots of stars. If you want to say each other before we end.
I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Yeah.
But my good old family Claymore seen blood again.
You know, I always thought you were a weirdo for carrying that around, but I'm glad you had it.
Nothing like a drive in the countryside to soothe the soul.
And so we end on the Murder Hobos visit Scotland and prove that they might be the real monsters of this story, as the screaming of tons of people echo in the background. There's gunfire now that the military's here, explosions in the background as they're driving off. This explosions of tanks, you know.
Holy
But
shit!
yeah,
It was a good call to run.
Mission accomplished.
On the bright side, none of you awful characters have died or are unstable, so you don't need to go to the hospital. You get out pretty unscathed.
We
Nice.
sure do. We sure do. And isn't that what life's about at the end of the day?
It certainly is. It certainly is. To our audience, if you've stuck around for this adventure, we salute you. We hope you
Chat
enjoyed
is on fire this episode. Many
they
thoughts were had.
many thoughts. Yeah, I hope they enjoyed it as much as I did running it.
All right, so that brings us to the close of our Murder Hobos in Scotland one shot. Thank you to our buddy Cal for running, and thank you to
Nice.
us for saving Scotland. Well done, everybody. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy your weekend. Bye.
We didn't even know Scotland independence was going to be the goal.